31 Recruiting and Training Services, and also the head coach of the women's basketball team for GA Prep Sports Academy, based in Atlanta, Georgia. Just wanted to talk for a few minutes about prep schools. I talked to a lot of potential recruits, and a lot of them didn't know about prep schools and exactly what we have to offer. So I just want to talk a little bit about that. Prep schools aren't actual schools, meaning we don't have teachers and things like that. So with us in particular, we do have sports programs. Right now we have basketball. So what you do if you come play for us, you take classes at any school you want, and it's we require that you take online classes, which should be relatively easy to do, because if you haven't attended school before, even if you've already graduated high school but you didn't go to school, you'll be taking your, I call them core classes, but your basic one-on-one classes like English, math, things like that. So maybe a foreign language, but you're basically getting your core classes out of the way, classes that you have to have before you get into your major. So those classes, it should be relatively easy to do, because most of your freshman classes are your larger classes. Is more students in that class, because a lot of students have to take those requirements. So we do require that you take your classes online, at least, I believe, 12 hours, between 10 and 12 hours at least. So because our travel schedule is so extensive, that's why. And then our practice schedule for right now, we'll do everything first thing in the morning. We haven't set on the exact time yet, but everything will be done first thing in the morning, so you get the rest of your day to focus on your courses and anything else you need to take care of. You get a lot of training. I am a trainer. That's part of my 31 Recruiting and Training business. I am a trainer. So, and as well with the men's team, Coach Stevens is my lead trainer with 31 Recruiting and Training, as well as the head men's coach for GA Prep Sports Academy. So we do this every week. We're training kids. So you get a lot of training. If you were under recruited, or you weren't in situations where college coaches could see you, you'll get that time with us to train. You're going to train, work on your deficiencies, weak areas in your game. We're going to work on those things to make you more marketable, and that's what it is. You're being you're trying to make yourself more marketable to college coaches, because we're going to play JUCOs, colleges, other prep schools, of course, and we'll be in tournaments and things that college coaches will be attending. So you're going to be front and center in front of those college coaches. So you definitely want to put your best foot forward. You want to put your best foot forward every game, but you'll get that opportunity. And if they say you're coming straight out of high school, you're a 2023 graduate, you're going to play young ladies 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, just like you would in college. So you'll get that experience where you're not playing against maybe a 14-year-old, or you're not playing girls younger than you. So these girls have more experience in basketball, because they've been around the game longer and played more games. So you'll get that firsthand, what it's going to be like when you do go to college. Okay, you'll be playing older women and older men. So you'll get that experience of how it is playing somebody more physically developed, have a more of a basketball IQ, simply because they've been around the game longer and things like that. So you'll get that opportunity. So once you do get signed, college likes your game and they want to sign you, make you a part of their program, you're going to hit the ground running. All you got to do is learn their plays, learn the coach's philosophy. You're good to go because you already have that experience under your belt. So making that jump from high school to college is tough, because like I said, you're coming from possibly matching up against a 14-year-old, and you're 17, 18 years old, or other girls your age, where you're gonna play people in an older age bracket, but they all have the same goal. Anybody that's playing prep school, you have the same goal. Some of them could be JUCO transfers that wasn't happy with their JUCO program and decide, okay, I want to take another route to get to possibly getting a scholarship to play at a college or university. So those are some of the things that prep schools have to offer. And not to mention, it's that time to grow, especially if you're fresh out of high school. It's that time to grow. You're gonna leave home. We're gonna have housing for you, and you'll get an opportunity to find out who you are, because this is the age where you need to discover who you are. And I think Atlanta is a great place to do that because it's so diverse. It's so diverse, and it's so much for their age group to do and get into on a positive note. So it's a great place to learn and grow. And if this is your first time out of your parents' house, living outside of your parents' house, great. This is great. So once you go to college and you're technically on your own, and you have to be responsible and accountable for yourself, this is a great transition with prep schools. So I've seen where high school kids go off to college and they just can't handle that freedom or handle that responsibility. Nobody's tapping you, coming to your room, it's time to get up, It's none of that anymore. It's time for you to hold yourself accountable, and if you overslept, you late to practice, there will be consequences, because this is prepare you for that. When you get to college, same thing. You miss practice or you oversleep, you're late, it's going to be consequences for that in college too. So we're going to be that transition piece. If you haven't already done that, we'll be that transition piece for you to, okay, it's time to grow up. So I think prep schools are a great alternative. And again, I always say, if you have a full scholarship offered to you somewhere, by all means take it. If you feel like you'll be happy there, you're comfortable there, and that's where you want to be, they offer your major, all that good stuff, take it. But our target recruits are young men and young women who have been maybe overlooked, or didn't get a chance to play travel ball, or their travel ball organization didn't put them in front of the right people, or something like that. Or maybe you were a difference maker on your team, but it didn't reflect in the stats. You get what I'm saying? So that's a lot of the kids that we're gonna get. Not to say you're less talented, because you're not. It's just sometimes an opportunity, when it presents itself, you got to take it. So prep schools are a good transition into college. Of course, if you don't have any other offers going on, I'm going to continue to say that. But prep schools are a great transition. Like I said, you're going to get good training. You're going to be ready. We're going to make sure you're ready. So if you come to us, GA Prep Sports Academy, you come to us, we're going to train you right. We're going to push you. We're going to get the best out of you to see that you can do it. It's all about the work you put in. So there's that. And prep schools do, I'm not going to say 100%, but I know we have to charge a tuition. I'm using air quotes. Because we're not a school, we're not funded by the state, so we have to generate our own funds. And if anybody, you played or coached a travel ball team or something like that, it takes money. You gotta have uniforms, shoes, you gotta travel, you gotta have transportation, hotel, lodging, gotta feed the players. All of that costs money, so we do charge $12,500 for the entire year. But the good news is, with you being enrolled in school, you fill out your FAFSA. The only thing that comes out of pocket is $1,500, and that's your deposit to get you locked in. $1,500 gets you locked in. That's the only thing that comes out of pocket, unless you choose to pay the $12,500, which is totally up to you. But the only thing that comes out of pocket is that $1,500. Everything else can come out of your financial aid. Whatever you receive in financial aid, it can be paid that way. So out of that $1,500, we do have payment plans set up, because we understand. I know I couldn't write a $1,500 check right now, so I may break my payments up, and some people can write a $1,500 check right now. So that $1,500, like I said, gets you locked in. Everything's, we good to go. All right, so that's the only thing that would come out of pocket with us. We are one of the least expensive prep schools, but at the same time, we do need funds to do what we do. The gym has to be paid for, things like that. Your housing has to be paid for. So that's why we have to charge. If it wasn't for that, if we could get donations in and sponsors and all that good stuff, we can get all that in and eliminate costs for y'all, we would. But unfortunately, that's not how things work. But it's all about you. It's all about, do you feel that's a good investment for you and what you're going to receive from going to a prep school? So if I put in the work, I paid my $12,500 to be at GA Prep, and I put the work in, and I'm balling out, and every time we play colleges and other schools, I'm giving it to them. I'm giving them my best, and the coach sees me. It's like, hey, I want you to be a part of my team. We got a scholarship position for next season. We want to sign you. That's a great investment. Great investment for me. So that's prep schools in a nutshell. Now, each prep school will have their different things, and they may do things a little differently than we do, but that is how GA Prep does and what we require. So if you feel like that is for you, you feel like that's a great opportunity for me. I'm a senior this year. No, I haven't had any offers, any looks, anything like that, but I still want to continue my playing career. Contact us. Reach out to us. We're on Twitter, Facebook, GAPrepsports.com. You can go on the website and fill out the info sheet, and we'll get in contact with you. So look us up. My Twitter handle, Coach N GA Prep. Coach Stevens is Coach B GA Prep on Twitter. So look us up. You can also follow my 31 Recruiting and Training Twitter page as well, because I'm always I work those two pages together. But look us up. You can get more information from GAPrepsports.com. And if you feel like that's you, or you know somebody, or you're a parent, like, hey, that sounds good for my child, please contact us and we'll get in touch with you guys, because we still have roster spots open, and we're trying to go ahead and lock in our team so we can start working now. So that's all I got for you on this great Tuesday morning. Y'all have a blessed day.